Welcome back, everyone, and thank you for joining us once again. This is Bella with Trending Now USA, and I am thrilled to bring you today's developing story, one that is already shaking up the tennis world, social media, and even the predictions of professional analysts. Coco Gauff has stunned everyone, and her rival certainly didn't see this coming. What unfolded over the past 48 hours has been a whirlwind of reactions, commentary, speculation, and celebration, making this one of the most talked about tennis stories of the season. To understand the magnitude of what happened, we have to step back and look at Coco Gauff's trajectory over the past year. At just 19, she's already become one of the most influential athletes of her generation. From winning the US Open to breaking barriers in sponsorship, endorsement deals, and global visibility, Coco is not just a tennis star, she is a cultural force. Analysts have repeatedly said she is more than an athlete. She is a symbol of discipline, confidence, and modern sports evolution. But even with her continued rise, very few predicted what would happen next. According to reports, Coco delivered a performance so unexpected, so controlled, and so strategically bold that her rival, someone who is known for her power, her track record, and her intimidation factor, was left stunned, frustrated, and visibly shaken by the outcome. There are moments in sport where we watch talent evolve into legacy. This appeared to be one of those moments. Sources from inside the tournament have described Coco's preparation as intense but focused. Not chaotic, not frantic, just precise. She trained quietly and without the dramatic media coverage usually surrounding big-name athletes ahead of a major showdown. Her coaches reportedly insisted she was ready, calm, and confident, but nobody outside the camp understood just how ready she really was. When the match finally began, fans expected a familiar battle, power versus power, strategy against experience. But from the very first serve, it became clear that Coco had something new in her arsenal. Observers noted that her footwork seemed sharper, her defense faster, her transitions smoother. She wasn't just reacting, she was dictating. Commentators watching courtside said there was an unmistakable change in her demeanor. She looked detached from the pressure, composed, and in complete control. For her rival, the shift was unsettling. You could see it in the pacing between points, the way she looked toward her coaching box, the tightening jaw and heavier breathing. She didn't expect Coco to come with a new rhythm, and she certainly didn't expect her to dismantle her plan point by point. Social media erupted almost immediately. Fans watching from around the world started posting reactions expressing disbelief, excitement, and admiration. Phrases like, "Coco has entered another level," "What just happened?" and "She's unstoppable" started trending within minutes. Tennis commentators who have covered the sport for decades began questioning whether this was the beginning of a new dominance era, one where Coco Gauff becomes the player others fear facing. As the match continued, something even more striking happened. Coco didn't flinch. Even when her opponent attempted a comeback, even when aggressive play threatened momentum, Coco kept her composure. She didn't play for the crowd. She didn't play with emotion. She played with strategy. Analysts later compared her pacing and ball placement to early Serena Williams, mixed with modern IGA Swiatek discipline. The blend of precision and power made one thing clear: this was not luck or timing, this was evolution. When the final point landed and the match ended, the arena erupted. Fans stood, applauded, and roared as Coco raised a racket with a calm smile. Her rival, stunned and visibly frustrated, offered a handshake that revealed everything the scoreboard didn't. She didn't expect to lose, not like this, not with this kind of dominance. After the match, reporters crowded around Coco, asking how she managed to pull off such a dramatic and unexpected performance shift. Her answer was simple, almost understated. She said she had been working on new strategies, staying patient, and trusting her growth. She credited her team, her faith, and her supporters. There was no bragging, no dramatic statements, simply confidence and clarity. Meanwhile, her rival gave a far more emotional response in her press availability. She admitted she was surprised, acknowledged that Coco played at a level she hadn't prepared for, and hinted that she would need to rethink her approach moving forward. She didn't say it directly, but the message was clear. Coco had changed the balance of power. Experts have begun revisiting predictions for the remainder of the season. Some had believed that Coco would need another year or two before challenging the most dominant names in tennis on a consistent basis. Now, many are rewriting those forecasts. A commentator on a major sports network even said that Coco has officially entered championship prime, a term used only for athletes who have reached both physical and mental balance. Sponsors have also reacted quickly. Several brands posted congratulatory messages, and marketing analysts believe this moment could significantly boost Coco's international profile. She is already one of the most marketable young athletes in the world, but now she has demonstrated something rare: the ability to transform in real time, under pressure, when the world least expects it. Fans have also been revisiting Coco's journey, from being the 15-year-old who stunned Venus Williams at Wimbledon to becoming a global inspiration. Her story has always been emotional, filled with determination and discipline, but this latest achievement feels like a turning point. It is no longer just about potential. It is now about dominance and long-term legacy. Former players have weighed in as well. Some have praised Coco's maturity and game intelligence, while others have focused on the technical improvements. Many believe that if she maintains this form, she could become one of the most influential players of her era. One retired Grand Slam champion wrote publicly that Coco is rewriting the expectations of what young athletes can accomplish. The conversation now is not just about one impressive win, it's about what this means moving forward. Will this spark a rivalry? Will this push other players to adapt? Will this open a new competitive chapter in women's tennis? The ripple effect has only just begun. Beyond the competitive world of tennis, Coco's story has resonated with everyday fans, young athletes, educators, parents, and even people outside of sports. Her calm strength, resilience, and ability to learn from setbacks have made her a global symbol of perseverance. Many are calling her one of the strongest examples of next-generation leadership in sports. Coco herself remains grounded. She has said numerous times that she plays for more than trophies. She plays for purpose. Her message to young people has been consistent: believe in yourself, trust the process, and be patient with your growth. Today's result reinforces that philosophy stronger than ever. The reaction online continues to grow. Clips of the match are circulating across platforms, generating millions of views. Fans have also begun sharing comparisons to iconic breakout moments in tennis history, including Serena Williams' early dominance and Naomi Osaka's defining rise. Some are calling this match Coco's arrival moment, a sign that the game has officially changed. Looking ahead, expectations for her next tournament appearance are sky-high. Commentators are already predicting sold-out stadiums, intensified media attention, and new strategic approaches from her opponents. They now know that Coco isn't just competing, she's innovating. Her rival, meanwhile, will likely face questions about how she plans to respond. Will she adjust her game? Will this loss motivate or destabilize her? Only time will tell, but what is clear is that she didn't see this performance coming, and the shock of the moment may stay with her longer than the match itself. For fans of the sport, moments like this create energy, excitement, and anticipation. It reminds everyone that sport is unpredictable, dynamic, and full of narrative twists. Coco Gauff has just proven once again that greatness doesn't always announce itself before it arrives. Sometimes it appears suddenly, powerfully, and unmistakably. As we continue following this unfolding story, one thing is certain: Coco Gauff has pushed boundaries, challenged expectations, and delivered a moment that will be remembered long after this season ends. She has shown the world that she is not just here to participate, she is here to shape the future of tennis. With every victory, every improvement, and every display of confidence, Coco is carving her name into the sport's history. And today's win, unexpected and electrifying, may be one of the defining chapters of her career. For now, fans everywhere are celebrating, analysts are recalculating their predictions, and the tennis world is paying attention. Coco Gauff has stunned everyone, and her rival never saw it coming. This is Bella with Trending Now USA, and I'll continue to follow this story as responses from players, experts, and fans continue developing. Thank you for listening, and stay tuned, because if today proved anything, it's that the story is far from over.